second exercise of the 8-piece brocade is aiming the bow left and right, like shooting at predatory birds. It's usually done in a wider, deeper stance, a horse riding stance, where I sit down into the hip crease and also slightly back as if I was sitting in the saddle, feeling that strong arch joining the legs through the hips and thighs. The weight should be even on the feet, toe to heel and front to back. And this strong base helps sink the weight and draw the chi of the lungs down to connect with the kidneys. And the variation we're looking at is a lung exercise. The lung channel and the large intestine channel associated with it run through the index, finger, and thumb up through the front of the shoulder and into the torso, the neck, and head. I gather in with the first movement. Gather in like an inhale. I can separate the movement from the breathing initially and just try to breathe comfortably, slowly, and deeply. But after a while, most people will find they're automatically inhaling during this gathering in movement. Looking a little to the side, I let the wrist sit down. Fingers rise as the wrist drops. And looking to the distance, I pull the bow. The eyes guide the movement, looking to the side and slightly down, and then looking to the distance, as if looking to the target. If the inhale happens on the gathering movement, the exhale will tend to happen as I extend the arm and pull the bow. There are a variety of hand positions associated with this exercise. One where the fingers are extended relatively straight are associated primarily with the lung. Gathering in, I think of the fingers catching the string of the bow. That happens right at the center of the body. Turning to the side, the wrist sits. This would be holding the wooden portion of the bow. And then reaching out. So the opening of the bow happens almost in reverse of how a bow is normally drawn, where I would hold the bow and pull the string back, pushing the bow and the string apart. See more movement in the forward arm. The rear hand is coming back slightly. So if it was centered in the middle of the chest, it's now come back so the fingertips are in line with the center of the chest. And I can feel that characteristic pulling and opening through the front of the shoulder. For the lung and large intestine channels. The fingers can be relaxed slightly down to help open up the lung and large intestine points in the wrist. Common hand variations are pointing two fingers. And this helps emphasize the relevant channels. Or just one finger. The index finger being lined up with the middle finger on the last knuckle. It's important to feel both sides working together. The rear hand draws back slightly to balance out the pull. And the turn of the head not only helps guide the intention to the distance, but it's pulling on the large intestine channel where it's moving through the top front of the shoulder, up through the jawline. Again, once the breathing is comfortable, I can be integrated with the movement, inhaling, a gathering in motion. And I may feel the lower abdomen gently drawing in as I grasp the string of the bow. In which case, I'll feel as if that lower abdomen is slightly full as I extend the bow and exhale. This should happen spontaneously. It's not something I'm trying to make happen. If I feel the breathing some other way, that's fine. It will not be harmful. But when I feel this particular breathing coordination, it's the action of the lung qi descending down to the lower abdomen, connecting with the kidneys. And that's pulling the bow.